Good morning, this is Chris Ryan with the Morning Miracle Minute, and today we are on the part 2 of the 4-part series on resilience. How can we get resilient, stay resilient, and accomplish our dreams? And it's all about staying away from these 4 toxic parasites that can come and wreak havoc on our best life, our dream life. You know, they're things that we might not even be conscious of. So today we're going to be talking about the second part, and this one is very, very, very important. I was almost going to save it to the end, but it has to be number 2 because I want you guys to be very guarded with this one, because it's probably one of the most important ones out of the 4. I would say there's the other ones are just as important, but this one, if we don't master it, if we're not conscious of it, it won't matter what we do with the rest of the other 3. So let's get into it. Environment. What is your environment? What is my environment? You know, even when I'm, here in Hawaii, it's a beautiful environment, and you could be like, I'm in Toronto right now, and it's snowing and it's cold, and I'd rather be in a nicer, warmer environment. I'm not just talking about the physical planet environment. Some people love snow, some people like the cold. It's actually, it's all about the 4 seasons. So I'm not talking about that environment. I'm talking about the environment that we allow to be in our life. Who are the people that we allow to be in our life? What are the places that we go to? I can go to bad places here on this island and basically be in a terrible environment. I could be hanging around with certain people on this island and I'd be in a terrible environment. I could be even in the place where I'm staying, and if somebody's watching CNN continually negative network all the time, I could move myself away from that and not be around it. So no matter where you are, you always will be tested, and it comes in through people, it comes into places, it comes into even when I'm in a restaurant. I've been in a restaurant or a coffee shop, and I'm sitting down with somebody and we're having a great conversation, and just there's somebody behind me or sitting inside of me, and it's just a real negative energy that I'm just feeling coming off of somebody, and I go, you know what, let's just go out, let's go for a walk, or let's go to the other side of the room. I just want to change things up here. And then they're like, okay, sure, whatever. They don't even know sometimes, and sometimes they're like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. So we get over to the other area, or we would go for our walk, and they're like, I just didn't like the energy there. I don't know if it was that person or something. Let's just move over here. And they're like, I got the same feeling. It's funny you said that. And it's our gut. Our gut always knows. So whether it's people, sometimes they're close, sometimes they're far. Just be so cautious of your environment. I like to call them energy vampires when it comes to people. There's people that actually feast on energy and light, and people that are doing good things and feel great. And the only way they feel good is by going and sticking their fangs into them and sucking all that good and all that light out of them if they let them. So you can always throw a rope to somebody, but don't be okay with detaching yourself from that person. If they hang themselves on that rope, that's not your problem. If they grab that rope and they get themselves out of the hole, then that's great. But you can't be responsible for anybody else except for yourself. And here's another good one. We're going to run a little bit longer because I really, really want to take this one home. 2 great analogies. You're in, about taking care of yourself first. The first one is like being on a plane. What is the first thing they tell you when you get on a plane? With the oxygen mask, please put it on yourself first, then help your children, then help your wife, or whatever is next. You can't help anybody unless you have that oxygen. And then the second analogy, a master diver told me this one time. He goes, if I'm taking people down diving, and he did a lot of cave diving, and they start freaking out and panicking, and they grab onto me, I grab them, I push them away. If they come again to me, I hit them. And he punches them in the face. No word of a lie. This is a master diver. He's a really good diver. It sounds terrible, but he goes, that's how divers die. If somebody's holding on to them and they're trying to bring them down, and then they pull out their respirator, or whatever the word is, this respirator, something like that, their oxygen, and that's what kills them. So make sure to be careful on when you're helping somebody. Learn how to detach from that person after, if you really have to help them. you know, cleanse yourself after. I do a few different rituals we'll get into down the road, but that's it. Just be so careful of your environment. It is so important. People, places, you know, all those types of things. And I hope you're getting something out of this today. You know, this was a really big one for me. I still go through this on a day-to-day basis. I still, you know, I think to the day I die, I'll always have to be very conscious of this one. And, you know, and sometimes they get in, and sometimes they, you know, can bring my energy level down too and my resonance. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, please like, comment, and share. It means a lot to me. Like I said in my previous video, I just want to get this out to as many people as possible. I'm not looking to make anything from this. I just want to share with my experiences, and that's it. All right, everybody, see you tomorrow, and God bless.